Hey, what's going on everyone, it's Jose bringing a new video, and today we are doing some Duel Links PvP fights. And the first deck I will be showcasing to you is the, not Mill, yeah, it used to be a Mill deck, but it's the Stole deck. I've moved it across from Bandit Keith onto Yami, using the ability Destiny Draw, and I've changed up a few cards. So we're running the 3 Skullbugs, the 3 Pom Princesses, 2 Torbus, 2 Dogs, and we are running 2 Blizzard. You could swap these out for the Scavengers or anything just to help draw more cards. The 3 Balloons, 3 Shards of Greed, Magic Reflectors, and the Jar of Avarice just to recycle cards from the grave back into the deck. It seems to work pretty well, and with the overwhelming amount of relinquishes running around, this is pretty much a hard counter. So we'll jump into a few battles, use this deck, then as soon as I see that it's not working, we'll move on to the next deck. I'll use a few in this video for you. But I've completely stopped using switcheroo decks for the simple fact in a few days it's going to be completely useless near enough. So I've moved over to balanced decks and Destiny Draw, because Destiny Draw is a pretty good ability. And the best thing about Destiny Draw, well, this is going to be interesting. A Weevil deck versus a... As you can see, I actually finally did get the game map. It was about 2 duels after I showcased how to farm for it. If you haven't seen it, it's on my channel. So here comes Parasite Infestation. He gets all 3 of them. Good shit. So we'll set this down. Activate Shard of Greed. Thing is, if he plays the Jade Whistle, we'll be able to get a Skullbug. And once I did this, I think it was last night I was playing a bit, I played 2 Shards of Greed my first turn with this deck. The guy used both of his Twisters to destroy both my Shards of Greed. So he basically misplayed, because there was no way he could destroy my Wonder Balloons after that. And because Weevil decks are mostly defensive, I'll be able to set up pretty well, hopefully. I'll just end my turn here. I'll be able to set up pretty well. Because Weevil decks start going off on about the 3rd to 4th turn. There's the Magic Reflector. And right now we'll just start going off. More Magic Reflectors, that's great. I don't mind taking the 1000 right now. It'll just help us with the Destiny Draw. That's completely fine. So we'll activate our Wonder Balloons. We'll activate Magic Reflector, and the thing is, most decks only run 1 Twister, or 1 D-Spell, so as soon as you get like the second counter on it, you're basically immortal. But I think I'm going to risk it and not put the other counter on just yet, because I want to live. So I'm just going to discard everything, I think. That way his Panda won't be able to get over me. And this will shuffle our deck as well. There we go, and we'll end our turn. And I think we need 1 or 2 more counters, and then that Fiend monster that attacks directly won't have any damage whatsoever. Oh, that's fine. I'll be able to keep recycling the bugs, hopefully. One mask is cool. I don't mind getting masked. So we draw into another Wonder Balloons. Just end the turn. As soon as we start recycling, the Skullbugs will be fine. Because that's 3,000 life points, and then we can recycle them again, and that's 6,000 life points. So we need to take 500 more damage, I think, and then we can activate. Oh, there we go. That's fine. Yeah, that's perfect. I needed him to play that. So right now we'll be gaining a few life points back. On his turn we'll take the 500 damage and then we'll be able to Destiny draw and pull off another Skullbug, I think, is the best choice. Or might go for a Shard of Greed. Because with Destiny draw, the best thing about it is it shows you your entire deck and the position of all your cards. So you know which cards to get and what you're going to draw for the next God knows how long. See, the next card I'm going to draw is a Skull. So my best choice is go to the bottom of my deck and grab something from there. So I'll get the Shard. Because next turn I'm going to get that Skull bug. I'll be taking another 1,000 from that Parasite underneath my Skull, but that'll just help with another Destiny draw. And then as soon as I've got about 2 bugs in the graveyard, Skull bugs, I will activate my Pot of Avarice because that's the 3rd card down. And then I'll shuffle. Yeah, then from that I'll be able to shuffle the Skull bugs back into my deck. His best bet is just to surrender. With this deck you do get quite a lot of people surrendering on you, because it's pretty difficult to beat once you've got them on lockdown. So we draw. We're going to take the 1,000. If we activate the Shard, we'll get our jar. And that one will just go straight to his grave. And if we put back in our deck the 2 Skull bugs and the Torbus, we'll be able to use the Torbus again to get a Skull bug from the grave and put it back in the deck. So there is, yeah, you can gain quite a lot of life points with this deck. So I'll activate that now. I will shuffle back in. You, definitely the bugs. One of them, and one of them. And shuffling 5 cards back into your deck puts me in the lead. It helps me stall him out quicker. Because now I have quite a lot more cards than he does. Cobra Draw's effect's not even going to activate because he has 2 other cards down. Ah, Lady of the Assassin Flames. I wonder what he's going to return to my hand. Oh, he's probably got an Order to Charge down. He's going to attack into my monster, Order to Charge and win. It's going to be very unfortunate if that happens, but yep, here we go. And incoming Order to Charge. Yeah, there's nothing we could do there. By the way, guys, if you do ever play Order to Charge, I'm not salty that I just lost or anything, but if you ever do play Order to Charge, not Order to Charge, Attack and Receive, and you got 2 down, only activate 1 and then keep the other 1 face down. So because that way, one of them will go to the graveyard the next turn when you take life points. When the other one activates, they'll take more damage because there's a what attack and receive already in the grave, so they take 700 more damage. Because if you activate them both in one turn, there's none in the graveyard, so they take less damage. Just a heads up. if you wanna do like the most damage to him. I wonder what deck this is. Like I said, I'll go over a few of my decks. I'll use a spirit deck. Why not? I made this spirit deck just for fun. I have no idea even if it works. We'll test it out now. It was just unfortunate that it was an attack and receive Weevil. If it was just a standard Weevil Parasite deck, we would have stalled him out and won. Let's see who we go against. A Pegasus. If we drop down rating, I'll use one of my more powerful decks, just so I stop losing. Probably Mindscan. Yep. Mindscan doesn't bother me though, because even if you can see my cards face down, it's not like, yeah. Oh, it's a relinquish deck. I'm okay with that, because most of my spirits return to my hand. Hopefully we can draw into golden apples. Perfect. And we will go for Suing Soldier. Are we going to see the Krubo? Yep. But that's fine, our monster will return to our hand. So that's all of our golden apples destroyed, I think. Yep, all three of them. Well, this was unfortunate. Now I see why no one really runs spirits. Yeah, we lose next turn. That's good. Yeah. Okay. It doesn't help that we like drew every single monster and no spells or traps except the apples, which all got banished. Oh well. I'll show you guys one of my most powerful decks. The deck that I used to get to Platinum just to test out certain decks. Thing is, I don't want to go to King of Games just yet, because if I'm testing out all these crazy bizarre decks in King of Games, it'll be unfair because most of them won't work. Because the King of Games level is different to Gold and Platinum and all them. Because obviously in Gold and Platinum you verse such strange decks and creations, but in King of Games you basically verse the same thing over and over and over again. So I will use one of my most powerful decks right now for you. Because spirits went well. We will... The Egotist, the basic Harpies, or the Relinquish Harpies. I will go with this one. Two excuse me. Two Birdface, two Jerry Bean. We got this level 4 star with 1750 attack. We got the 3 Sonic Ducks and the 3 Harpies. Order to charge, Heart of the Underdog, 2 enemy controllers, Skull Layer for the Relinquishes, and just a that name's escaped me. I want to call it Whiptail Crow, but I don't think that's right. Windstorm of Ediqua. So let's jump into a battle and get a quick one with this. And I also have a video coming on how to get the Dark Necrophilia mat. You can summon the Dark Necrophilia up to like 6 times in one duel, which is pretty crazy. Because you have to banish 3 fiends to special summon it alone. And to special summon it more than like twice is pretty crazy. But I figured out a way. So I'll upload that for you guys soon. And the game mat looks really cool. So we're probably going against the Look on Your Side deck right now. Nope. Life boost. Are they going to start with a Twister? Oh, Cup of Ace. Are they mill deck then? So we have a really powerful start. We'll summon the Sonic Duck. We'll set one of our Rotor charges just in case and set 1 enemy controller. And attack directly. I don't think this guy started with the best hand. Another Cup of Ace. I think, yeah, I don't think he realizes what he's doing. Unless it is a mill deck, but he's just not drawing the right cards. We'll summon Harpy. And destroy the one closest to his deck. No, what was that? Yeah, so on GHQ, it's probably a Warm Worm deck. He's just not drawing the cards, which is unfortunate. Because you set Warm Worm Assault on GHQ, it destroys the Warm Worm, and yeah, you mill quite a lot of cards from your opponent's deck. That was unfortunate for that guy. I feel bad for him because, yeah, Harpies are pretty powerful. And that's why I don't like using this deck too much, because it's pretty unfair, because everyone wants to run the Harpy deck because of how powerful it is, but they can't because the skill won't drop for them. I know a few people that really want to run Harpies, but they haven't got the Harpies Hunting Ground skill. I was lucky enough to get it when the game first came out, and I was leveling up Mai, and when she was like level 3, the skill drops for me. And then right now, when Harpies are like the main focus deck, it paid off, but it's pretty unfortunate that most people can't get it. If you are trying to get it, just good luck, because it is worth it once you do get it. Just keep going at it. And I think we're facing the same guy. Let's see if he starts with a better hand. If it is, yep, complete same guy. Let's see if he gets a better hand. I'm trying to get my 3rd Warm Worm before I make my proper mill deck. And mill decks are pretty valuable, you can get to King of Games with them. But I wouldn't use a mill deck in like Silver. Because if you use a mill deck in Silver, most people have like 30 card decks, so it probably won't work. So when you start getting in Gold and Platinum and they have 20 card decks, it's easier. There we go. Now he's getting his monsters. So there's another enemy controller. We'll destroy the one closest to his deck. Again. Curse of Anubis. That would have not worked anyway because it's a vanilla monster that I have. So I mill. Let's see what I mill. Oh, Regretful Rebirth as well. Now, I wonder what will happen if I enemy controller and take control of his bug. I don't know. I think he'll still get the 3. There we go. Last turn he got a pretty bad hand, but now he seems to have the best one. Now this one worm's going to get destroyed and he's going to mill another 3. I wonder what the card in his hand. Is it going to be another monster? We'll find out. If he ever wants to make his play, that is. Oh no, he's tributing. That's a misplay. Oh no, he doesn't, because he gets to mill more. But he should have waited, I think. I don't know. We can still win this pretty easy. Can he not attack this when he does this? I don't know. So, if that back card can't stop us, we have won. Well, we haven't won, but we're in good shape. Take control of this. Summon. Set the order to charge. There we go. He has to beat us this next turn. And we got Windstorm and an order to charge down to protect us. If he does go to attack us, I will want Windstorm because I want to order to charge his face down just in case it's that hero purple guy with the eyeball. Because that works off the flip effect. And just see what he does. Oh, he just ends his turn again. So, order to charge. Destroy our monster. This is the safest play. Destroy his face down. There we go. We got the right one. And now what I'll do is normal summon Jerry Bean. Activate enemy controller. Oh yeah, and if you don't have enemy controllers, I'd definitely farm for them as well from level 40 Seto. Because with enemy controllers, you don't have to run like mirror walls or anything because the enemy controllers do everything that you need them to. And then we'll just attack directly with his own monster. And enemy controllers counter relinquish and so much stuff. Unfortunate for that guy. I don't like that sometimes you can be matched against the same person you just dueled. So yeah, there's another victory. If I kept using this deck all the way through, I'd definitely be in King of Games by now, but I don't like using it. I prefer using crazy, strange, or just like weird decks. I don't like being part of the meta. I'm just checking if Pegasus has spawned or anything to do a quick battle for you. He hasn't, so I'm going to end the video here. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like rating. It really helps out the channel. Leave a comment down below recommending stuff that you want to see on my channel. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and peace.